Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Valhalla 2 speaker cables from AliExpress. So this is them. I think they're like 3 feet long each. It came like this bag with these things over the spade ends. Anyways, so right out of the box, they came kind of wrapped up, right? And they're very, very stiff. So stiff, in fact, that I had a hell of a time even trying to get them to fit in the terminals. I had to like bend it, and yeah, it was just very hard. I'll show you how it looked when I did connect it, but you know, just getting the spades in here was very difficult. I basically put one end in like this, just like the banana, and the other one was sticking out. So not the most ideal way, but I made it work. And I'm also gonna do some sound clips compared to what I have in right now, which are some furloughs. They're very thick gauge. So anyways, back to these. They're a lot wider than I expected. Super, super thick. Let's see how I can measure it here. A ruler. So let's go ahead and measure how thick it is. Just get it to stay here. Okay, perfect. Okay. So about almost 2.5 inches. So that would be about 1.25 each. And from the seller on this one, these guys can slide. Okay, so they're not glued into place. I could slide it basically wherever I want. And then the ends here, you could basically tear it further down if you needed to, but this is how they come from factory, I guess. So, I mean, they're just very, very stiff, so it's kind of hard to get in. The thing is, if my setup was a little bit more wider, it would work a lot better. But right now, it's just kind of jumbled because I'm on a temporary setup on this table, so this is only temporary. But if the speakers were more spread out a bit, it would be a lot easier. But for example, if you had speakers that were on the floor, right? So if you look at here, say your speakers were on the floor and your unit was on a table, it would be very hard to bend them in from low to high. Like, it's just, they're so stiff. So I don't know how I like these. There's apparently a burn-in time too for these, so you have to listen to them for quite a while, which I don't even know if I'll end up doing that, because I did order some Mogami cables that are a thin gauge, but they seem to be really good. That's a lot of what a lot of professional studios use, so I'm gonna try those. And I have the furloughs in right now, and I was using these Amazon kind of cheap. They're not really that cheap, not like Amazon Basics, but I think these are what, 12 gauge, 14 AWG OSC copper, so they're all right. I mean, these were decent, but I saw these on AliExpress, and you know, hey, whatever, it was like, oh yeah, the price, it was like 85 Canadian, so that's probably like around 60 USD shipped. So quite cheap. I mean, for something this cheap, I didn't realistically expect much, because I mean, that's quite a cheap price. But yeah, I don't think personally that these are super high quality. I'm sure they're nothing like the real things, and you know, I just kind of ordered them as, you know, just to see kind of what, you know, as a joke, see if they're any good, which I'm not too sure, because I don't have any way to compare the audio right now by like plugging my turntable into something that can save the audio that's coming from the turntable. So I don't have that, so I can't like professionally kind of make a comparison, aside from my ears, which is very, very, very hard. you know, to do the listen to one thing and then a minute later or 2 minutes later hear the same song. It's very hard. But I did take a video as a comparison, so I'm going to show that after this. So would I recommend these? You know, for the price, I would say you can't really go wrong, you know, just to try them out. But, you know, realistically, I'm sure they're nothing like the real things, which, you know, I think the real things are cool and all if you have $1 million to spend on audio equipment. But, you know, for most of us, that's kind of out of the realm of what's possible, you know. I don't think most of us will ever be spending that much on cables. Freaking cables, you know. Like, it's not even a car, for fuck's sake. So, anyways, I'm gonna play the audio clip now, and yeah, tell me if you guys have got these before, what you think personally. And I know there's different sellers who, and also another thing is the price varies a lot from these, so you can see them for, you know, 80 bucks, you can see them for 200 bucks, so it's like, I don't know if those $201 ones are any better quality or if it's just, you know, sellers undercutting each other. Like, who knows? It's very hard to say, you know, unless you cut them open and tested what would be inside each of them. But, you know, that's just a lot of work. So yeah, I'm gonna play the clip now. So here it is. Waiting for the time